What's up? Can y'all hear me okay? Am I on? Just give me a little bit of hello or something. Let me know. You hear me? Let's see. There we go. Hey guys. What's happening? Make sure I have audio. That's all I want to mainly check. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. I appreciate you, but also, like, how else would I know, right? If no one was in here. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Oh, I'll just see. You just notice things. I just have to position myself so you don't see my house number, huh? Any wackadoodles out here? Hey, Mississippi! So good to see you. Lucky, Mississippi here is very, very attentive, I have to say. When you don't comment or you don't post or anything like that, I'm like, where are you? Are you okay? What are you doing? I almost did the other day. I almost was like, hey, where you at? And then you messaged. So, all right, give me one sec, guys. I'm just gonna turn my camera off so I can flip around. But as long as you can still hear me on here, I guess it's just like the regular mobile live, huh? Doxing self. I know. I know. I put up some shorts of marching band last night, and you know, yeah, could it technically, yeah, but so does everything else dox me because I clearly say what town I'm in. So it's not hard. You know what I mean? Ugh, people really wanted to be like that. All right, let me get going here. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. So I wanted to do this for a while, right? Sorry, I'm sliding my chair around. I want to sit in the sun because it's cold. All right. Good morning. Hey, none your business. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I wanted to do this for a while, but like my goal isn't to do things to get monetized, so there really wasn't a rush for it. I want to do things kind of the right way, you know. I like to, if I want to be effective in any kind of way, I'd like to build slowly in the right way. I'd rather have people who enjoy being here or who just like the information or the entertainment, whatever it is, quality over quantity, right? But I appreciate everybody being here. So it looks like we do have the @names, just so you know. So if you go by another username, typically, if you wouldn't mind putting that there if I don't recognize you. I'm usually pretty good with the @ones because, like, mine is the same. So I've never really had an issue with it. Aw, thank you. You like the community posts? Actually, you're the reason why I started doing those more because you said they were coming up in your feed. You and also Kathy4, if you've seen her around the chats. Same thing as said that the community posts were starting to come up on the feed, just like her regular feed in her algorithm. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's right, you're Mountain Wonder. Yeah, yeah. I've seen that in Truths, right? In elevated Truths chats. That's cool. That's cool. So I wanted to try this like screencast feature, right? I'll turn my camera back on. It's not too bad out today, actually. It felt much colder last night in the wind and the sand. Oh, my mic changed to muffled. Is that better? I think I just covered it with my pinky. I was being a clue. and just like pinkying out, you know. Is that better? Cool. I can turn it up a little bit too, but you know, they're just my earbuds. So if I turn it up too loud, it gets I don't know, it kind of hurts my ears. You know what I mean? Like when my voice goes high, like if I play it back. So I try to do that because I'm like, I don't want to be annoying. But you know, I'm also silly as all get out. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Well, I wanted to try it out like when I felt comfortable about it, you know. A, so it wasn't just a hot mess. B, I also wanted to wait until some of these features were available. But with the screencast, that's kind of what, you know, because I'm like, what? Yeah, I could go live and just talk, right? Because I can do that. But I'm like, how interesting is that? And then if nobody's really here, like, you just, you know, who are you going to talk to? And I don't know. There's a lot to talk about, right? Though, I mean, we could sit here and chit chat about all kinds of things. Doesn't even have to be about crime on true crime. But at the same time, and just so you know, guys, I am sitting on my porch. It is just too beautiful out. My boys are inside sleeping. I'm trying not to be a dick about it. Although I should be, right? They don't let me sleep. No. So if you hear traffic or whatever, but if anything crazy goes on, I'll just mute. Shouldn't at this time in the morning, right? But anyway, ADHD. Getting back to it. So screencast. That way you can share your screen. And then we can look at videos. We can do some live reviews. We can look at X. You know, we can look at... we definitely aren't going to pull a beach and go through Facebook. That's for sure. I don't even use that crap. But Sane build it. They will come. Yeah, you are in the bushes mostly. You're right. I love it though. I mean, I see your comments like while I'm at work and I'll see the notifications and I just smile even if I can't reply to it. Hey Linda, good to see you from Liverpool. Wow. That's so awesome. Let me see. What time is it there? Is it about like lunchtime there? I'm probably completely off. At least I know where it is, though. You know what I mean? It's across the pond. Yeah, welcome in. Thank you. Lucky here is my Mississippi. So Lucky is my first BFF, okay? My first true BFF, okay? Always and forever. So at one point, during the height of the RICO business, right? I don't know if y'all are aware, but I am Jane Doe number 15. And during all that time on X, because I do dabble in the X. I do. I'm going to admit it. But during all that height, there was a point where somebody was like, oh, Sade is Lucky's only friend, and Lucky is Sade's only friend, and you know, just like middle school stuff, adolescent stuff, and we were like, yeah, and we are BFFs. Get with it. Aw, thank you. 1:10 p.m. Perfect. Yeah, that's about lunchtime. Awesome. At least my lunchtime. Aw, you are too, Mississippi. Yes, X did throw us together. You're right. And then we came together in the YouTube chats. It just ironically happened to have the same tastes, right? Kind of, probably same, I don't know. See, a lot of people over on the dark side, we're actually not haters. We're not hate channels. We align because we have similar thoughts and ideas. Excuse me. You know? Yeah, same. That's right. I'm not going to dox Lucky, but we're both from a very small state, and we're both from the same state. So, there's that. That's all I'm going to tell you. do your own research. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So I guess like if people are flipping through the lives, you know what I mean? Like the live verticals, they come across this, and that happened the other night when we were watching Clue. When Clue and Cletus went with the Jordan footage, they went live. I accidentally swiped up and I came across some interesting characters. And I was like, well, if these people can go live, right, and do this locale stuff, right, I can go live and talk about, actually have some, either fun, some entertainment, some laughs. There's a lot of us women out here who are around the same age, you know what I mean, who might be going through the same things. And, I'd love to even just have lives about that, just kind of lifestyle stuff. Because extension of the Help channel, right? I think that's why I love Cluminati so much. I think she is beyond inspiring. I think she doesn't realize the impact she has had. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm covering the mic, aren't I? Yeah, it's amazing how the dark side, logic, kindness, and compassion. Right? It's wild, huh? But, I don't think Clue has realized like how much she has really inspired this part of the community. I think a lot of women are making healthier choices. I have to say, I invested in Primal Queen. I take it twice a day. And because I have my gallbladder out, I've had my gallbladder out, I can't eat a lot of beef. So the bovine powder stuff, I know it sounds probably gross, but it's actually done a lot of things, because of that. And the reduction of like fat in my diet, it affected my hair, my skin, my nails, like all that stuff. So getting all that back, that's definitely helped give some energy too. Hey, Texas Blue Eyes, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Jeanette. You're new? Awesome. So, Jeanette, you're not like from the true crime or drama community or drama communities? I'm just interested. Just kind of stumbled in. I love it. Raw, real. You get what you get, our Mrs. Clue. Exactly. And I'm a lot like that. You will find me speak kind of slow. Number one, that's because I have ADHD. I am of the neurodivergent. And so it's a skill I kind of developed to slow down and to not have diarrhea of the mouth. So sometimes it's too slow. I notice that even when I do like pre-recorded videos, I speed myself up sometimes. But at the same time, I also can speak fast. So it's kind of hard to do that. Interesting. Yeah, I would just love to know, not even like a marketing thing. I'm just kind of curious, how people come across people. But I love it. I hope you stick around, Jeanette. For real. We have some really cool people over here, even if you aren't into the true crime stuff. We have some really cool people that cover a lot of topics over here. A lot of community awareness. Aw. Thank you, Lucky. I'm pretty goofy. I don't know if you have figured out. I have a really weird sense of humor. I'm really glad like Truth gets it. And that's why like I love it when he roasts me. He will tear me up and I love it. He'll just sit there and pickle me. He'll put me up and he'll be like, yeah, well, if Sane, da 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 da. And it's something off the wall. And I don't care. You know what I mean? To me, that means he likes me. If you roast me, you know what I mean? I'll take that any day. And I was like, is there something wrong with me? Do I need therapy that this is a bit exciting? But I think it's funny. You know what I mean? Because I make fun of myself. I'm probably literally the person who makes fun of myself the most. So that's why you can't say much to me. You can't tell me nothing. Hey, Jamie, you're new too? Oh, thank you. Jamie Owenby. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Well, if you guys just don't mind, you know what I mean? Like as you come in or as you leave, just hitting that little like button. I know a lot of people say that, but It does help us keep us in the algorithm. So, not making fun of Southern accents, just making fun of a creator in particular. And that's okay. That's my right? Under the U.S. Constitution. Mockery. Satire. Spoofs. Parodies. All that. Since the dawn of time, right? Brit P! Girl, what are you doing? What you doing out here being amazing? Hold on. I gotta do something. Let me see if I can do it from here. Yep, I sure can. There we go. Now you're in a beautiful blue dress. You do a good job for Clue, so. Not trying to steal, all her people. But hey, when I notice, I'm gonna recruit a little bit, when I notice somebody's good. At least I know you'll hang out and have a good time. That's for sure. I don't need you to do much else, really. Awesome. Aw, thank you. You don't need to be jelly, girl. Because it has its days, you know what I mean? But I said, I don't know if I need to go full Elvis for my first live. Because I, just brushed it out, you know what I mean? And so all the product came out. Yeah, it is full coif. Look at that. So I'm growing it out because I got to grow it out a little bit to do the long mohawk. And people keep bugging me about it at work and stuff. Are you going to cut your hair? You going to get it, trimmed and cleaned up? I don't know. You going to cut your hair? You going to wash your face today? You know what I mean? I'm like, so I got to explain to everybody, nah, I'm just kind of growing it out a little bit. It kind of helps with the texture and stuff, But yeah, I'd like to do, I don't know if you've ever seen it. The best description, I hate to say this, is actually a porn star has it. But she has a beautiful, right down the middle here. And it goes all the way down into a braid or whatever. Beautiful long mohawk. And she just has it shaved on the sides and underneath. So I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. And I don't care how old I am. I'll rock that. Don't matter. Oh, thank you. Hey, never say never. Thank you so much. I hear that. I'm 40. I just turned 48. Just turned 48. So, as you can tell, I did a little short yesterday and I was talking. I said, I don't know if anyone else goes through little breakouts and stuff around my age, but I don't know if it's a hormonal thing. It does seem to be. But it's not, it's only every couple months, I would say. And then, and it's usually around here. And I think that, I'm going to say it. I think that has to do with hairs at the same time too. Those little baby wispy hairs that I guess are whiskers technically. And it annoys the crap. I can't stand the way it feels. So I will mess with it. You know what I mean? Or I'm just sitting here and, I guess probably because of ADHD or whatever. And if I feel something, you know what I mean? I'll just kind of go like that and you know what I mean? And then I made myself bleed and I'm like, great. I'm glad I just did that to my face. You know what I mean? But I don't like to wear foundation and stuff to cover it up because I think that's counterproductive, right? If you're having a breakout, it needs to be clear. So it's something that happens when you get in your senior years, really? You do? You go through breakouts too, Britt? Yeah. Mississippi. Yeah. Little whiskers. Yep. I mean, no shame. You know what I mean? It is what it is, right? We should probably talk about that stuff more. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's and then, tweezers just won't get it, And then I think because of the, ADHD, I would say, symptoms or whatever, you get kind of fixated and I don't know, gets kind of annoying. Aww. You have a mullet? Get out of town. Oh my gosh. Somebody asked me at work, they came up behind me and they touched the back of my head. They're like, so what are you going for, a mullet? And I was like, no, dude, a mohawk. And she was like, oh, she felt kind of silly, but I don't care. Mullet it up, right? Who cares? I don't know. Like, I'll try to. You want to try and see the back? Here you go. Can you see? See, it's getting there. I do have a tiny mullet. I have a tail. I'm gonna tell you. I got a tail. You see it? Were you able to see it? Aw, thanks, Brit P. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I picked up, so I started doing the shades, which are legit $1.25, okay? I started doing them when I started doing, like, at-night parodies. And, I was doing, like, a lot of Nick the Hat stuff, and I had these red sunglasses first, right? And then I started with the rhinestones, and I just got so many compliments, and, like, even, like, in real life, you know, like, women, I'll just walk by and, you know, I'll be going into a store and just women always are just like, I love the shades. I love the shades. And I'm like, they're not expensive, you know, and they're like, oh, I wish I could do that too. And I'm like, what do you mean? Just put them on your face. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's kind of like, almost like attached to me. Like I wear them at night and I forget. I wear my sunglasses at night. Hey, Charming. Girl, I was just talking about you, saying I want my hair like you. I'm just kidding. I love you. Love you, mean it. Aw, exactly. Exactly, none of your business. Yes, we should definitely be supporting each other. For sure, for sure. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I love over here, because I see that all the time. I see that encouragement, like, you know, not being jealous of each other. You know what I mean? Like not just being, ugh, which I see in other areas. Yeah, and that's what I don't, you know, I just wish some people would see that a little more about Clue, but I'm like, if they don't see it, you probably don't want them, right? You know, because she really is like, she has no problem being like, that girl's hot, you know, and like mean it, not trying to, you know, be something about it. And I love that. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. I love it. I'm trying to keep up with chat. It's like this tiny little thing, but I can see it pretty good. I wanted to try the screencast here, so I think I can do that without. The only thing is my desktop has my boys on it, but you know, that's it. You know, my phone thing. Other than that, I don't have anything else to hide. Paper good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If she doesn't like something, you know it. And I like that. And I like that she doesn't, you know, she doesn't just like fall right in, you know, and I like that it takes a little bit for her to like you, you know what I mean? To trust you. I like that. I think that's a good thing. And I think as long as you're not being a weirdo, it shouldn't be a problem, right? Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to try. Let me see. Let me look at my little features here. Just give me 1 second. I am going to turn my camera off for just a second so I can try this screencast thing without being too distracted. I'm going to keep talking, though. Set up a secondary. Okay. Got it. Got it. That makes sense. All right. Let me see. Is this the button? No, that's that. I should probably be on all messages, not top messages. All right. So I'm guessing like all you see right now, right, is my avatar. So let me see. What is this? No, that was a highlight. No. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, that's pulled. Da, 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 da. All right, let me see how I can do this. Now, it did tell me I set up my live in that way. Nope. I just knocked myself out, didn't I? I think I was fast enough. Am I back? Yikes. Oh, lucky. Got it. Got it. That makes sense. Okay, cool. All right, well, this is a great reason why to test things, right, guys? So let me see. Let me put my camera back on. I just don't see the little button now. That's the only thing. So I set it up that way. And I got the little, let me see. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I even watched a tutorial on it and everything. Yeah, the screencast. So I set up the live that way, and it even like warned me that before as I was going live, that I had set that up, just so I could be aware my screen would be shared. Yeah, like I could live react to a video, but in terms of the, like, I can flip my camera, right? And that shows that, just that. But yeah, you're supposed to be able to, yeah, I don't know. I set it up that way. I can do green screen. Oh, look, I'm Betty. I'm BHP. I would probably have to get in my pajamas, though, and take my bra off if I was going to do that. Good morning. Of course, as I say that, a neighbor walks by. Right as I say, take my bra off. Yeah, I don't know. I watched a little thing, but hold on, let me turn the green screen off now. He's walking his dog. He's like, yeah, good morning. Sounds like a good plan. I know, right? Timing is everything. Lord almighty. Yeah, so, well, I'm gonna still stay and chit chat. So I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything. I'll figure out the screen share. Yeah, I don't know. It might be like my particular device, or it might not be completely ready yet. I don't know. I thought Trisha tried it out though, so I'll probably get with her. But I thought she did it from her computer, so, which you could always do through a third party, and I could even do on my phone through a third party. But I'd rather not. I feel like that would bog it down big time. She did. What time should I show? Pancakes for breakfast. Just a double stack, though. Just a double stack. Okay. At least after losing weight. Yee, good morning. Hey, girl next door. Good to see you. Yeah. So, basically, when I did my live premieres, right? So, like, I'll pre-record a video, and then I started doing, like, a live premiere of it. Because I was like, oh, shit, I can do this, right? And it's a go away, and then you can, like, live interact with audience. And, which I thought was really cool. And then it's kind of like, easier too. You know, it's a good way to practice because you don't have all the other stuff to worry about, right? Like I wouldn't even be doing this, like sitting here talking to you. You just, the video automatically plays, you pre-upload it, and then it just does its thing. And then all you're doing is you're in chat, basically chatting and moderating your own chat. So I like doing that. But, you know, and then some people are like, oh, no, I'm not going to say some people. Lucky was like, stop this nonsense and just go live. And I'm like, I hear you. I hear you. But I also didn't want to go live like the first time about, you know, freaking Snoozy Poon. Because, like, she's that irrelevant. But did y'all watch it last night? Did y'all watch? Did you watch it last night? Did you see? So I woke up, right? And I'm like doing all kinds of things. And of course I gotta like, I go through 1,000 rabbit hole chains on YouTube. And then of course I come across her stupid live from last night. And I didn't watch it, right? It's about that, the Lauren Matthias, stuff, hidden true crime business. But I was like flipping through, and of course Dylon was on there, or Reality and whoever, but she fell asleep, dude. She fell asleep. And she admits it. She said it. And they're like, oh, it's just so great. Like you're owning up to it and you're taking responsibility and you're like trying to fix that. Bitch, you are not trying to fix. You're not trying to fix it. Like log off. You said goodbye 20 times. Log off, right? As she's sitting here talking about this, like, oh, isn't this stalking and harassing stuff so crazy? What? As you fell asleep and you're saying I'm falling asleep and you wonder why people bother you. Right? Oh, thanks, Lucky. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Britt. I know. I share myself in Discord all the time. I'm like, you'll either click on it or you won't. Right? Shameless promo. Yeah. Oh, Dylon. Hey, sweetie cake. Good to see you. Hey, Sarah's Corner. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I love it. I thought since we're talking about beach, I would, you know, do a little lip gloss with the camera. What do you think? A sleep nod. Yeah, right? That's all I gotta do. It's just be like, no, more like, I can't even do it, dude. Dude, that ain't healthy. That's all I gotta say. Like, that ain't healthy. She's like, I'm not wheezing, y'all. I'm not wheezing, y'all. I'm breathing through my nose. Is that what we're calling it? Breathing? Oh, if you saw me, I'd be snoring. Oh my goodness. Do it, lady. Hi, I'm a cat. Hi, cat man. Good to see you. Meow. I just saw my neighbor's cat. That's what I was looking at. Finally, another cat. Meow. Lucky. I'd love for Dylon to go live on his own and let him have diarrhea of his mouth and spew everything. That's what I've been saying. Give that man a mic. I've been saying that like forever. Give that man a mic. You know what I mean? I think they tried to be Clue and Cletus for so long. And I'm just like, dude, give him a mic. Like, give him another thing. Like, let it, like, nonsense lets Kyle talk. She will stop talking and just let him talk. Without a mic. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. Mold gasping, right? Humans these days. Am I right? Hi, Catman. She doesn't even let him talk. Doesn't let him talk, y'all. I know. She like mutes him midway. It's so stupid, like a child. It's the funniest part, honestly. Like, is he a trash bag? Absolutely. But he is literally the most entertaining part. If I'm going to watch this shit, like, let me laugh a little bit. Come on. What a deal, Catnip. Oh my God, are you trying to find suppliers, Catman? Shoot, doesn't that stuff just grow wild? Is there something special about harvesting catnip? Hey, Lady Creations, morning. Good to see you. I know, we got a whole cat thing going on in here. You guys just like, all you have to do actually on, if you're on mobile, double tap the little screen and you can like this. And I think you can even change this to, no, I think I set it up as vertical, so I don't know if you can flip it. Although I think you could with clues, so maybe you can. Maybe you can make this like a regular one, you know, if you don't like the vertical. It's the good stuff. You got kind catnip over there? Is it stinky? Do the stinky leg? Hey, Lady K. Did I see Lady K? Yep. I already said hi. Yep. Good to see you. They can save it and go out and into their saved for later videos, and it shows normal. Thank you, Charming. I knew you guys were given the directions on that, so I appreciate that. Skunky, I know. Yeah. Is that stinky stuff? That stinky nip. Huh. That sticky icky. Speaking of, give me a second. There we go. Pause. It's about that time. I can tell I'm squirreling. What do y'all have planned for today? We have a trunk or treat downtown later this afternoon by the police. That should be safe. So I'll probably go down there. Now, my boys are a little too old to be trick-or-treating. But they were like, where's our costumes? I was like, I don't know. You better go make something. Better go put one of my masks on. Barbecue chicken. You making some pulled chicken? Nice. Trunk or treat today as well. Nice, Brippy. You're never too old to trick or treat. I know. I'm ridiculous for even saying that. Hell. I probably went, I don't know. I probably went all through high school, I imagine. I still dress up. I love it. I love it when kids ask me, like, what I'm going to be. And I'm like, like, myself? What do you mean? They're like, oh, a witch? Actually, the kids in the neighborhood, I guess for years, that's what they thought. That's why I crack up at the voodoo doll, because they did voodoo. Probably in order to live in the hood, I would need to, huh? And not be bothered. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kelly. Have I ever been in a band? Yes, I have actually. I was in the marching band. I sure was. I sure was. And then I ended up quitting it, even though I was pretty good, I guess. I ended up quitting it because I wanted to join journalism because the editor was hot. I had a huge crush on him. He was senior. And and I ended up joining it, and then I ended up making a career out of it. So it was probably the universe working in weird ways. He actually contacted me a few years ago, and he was living in California. He's a professor of like philosophy, has many doctorates. He's married, and he was hitting on me. So Don't go with your crushes, guys. Don't do it. So, I was glad I got more into the work and not him. I played clarinet. I played clarinet. Yep. hmm With the reeds. My oldest, my teen plays trombone, and he's in the marching band. And his brother, my 11-year-old, he plays the flute, and he's in band. He just started last year. They both taught themselves to play. They both only just started playing. My teen started playing trombone just a couple years ago when he joined band for the first time in 6th grade, and he taught himself how to play. And then through the grace of God, Stephen Crabtree was doing instrument giveaways and actually sent my son like $1,000 trombone just so he would have one, because he was being required to have his own instrument. And the rentals are insane, guys. They're insane. The rentals were like $60 a month. $60 a month. And so even if you were to rent to own, you're well double. So that's why Steven was doing that for quite a while. He did that for quite a few people, and that's why he wanted to do that. Yeah, yeah. He really is. And at the time, I think he was going through the start of that stuff, and he just didn't talk about it, and he didn't talk about it on YouTube yet. And I wasn't aware of him necessarily in this community. I actually came across him and came across the instrument giveaway first, and I just emailed him, and entered. So that was kind of interesting how that worked out. But yeah, he didn't. So if I had known about God, if I had known about any of that, I wouldn't even have taken it. You know what I mean? There's no way I wouldn't even have entered, right? Like, use that money for your family, But that's the thing. He really did take any money he earned from his channel, and it went towards the instrument giveaways. And people donated for that, and he did put it towards that. So, but even so, I would have been like, dude, no, keep that. Like, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I just think some people, like, many of us are much more guarded because of our life experiences, right? Because we've already, FAFO, in different ways. And so a lot of us are very guarded and don't lead with our heart, even though we have big ones, because we're less naive to things, That's just the easy way to put it. He has figured a lot of stuff out, and I like to see that maturity in him, which is awesome. But God, if I had known about anything his family was going through, I absolutely wouldn't have. But same time, we were very grateful for that. And that's the only time I've ever, kind of brought my kids, to this area, because I later on, there were even like some issues or something, like I think somebody was giving him a hard time or something. There was issues of whether it was legitimate or not, and I'm like, the least I can do is tell my story, right? Least I can do, because it lends credibility, and there was no shenanigans. So matter of fact, he went well out of his way to keep up on it. So. And it wasn't just that, it was the case, it was all the stuff in it, you know what I mean? And it just picked it up at the local music store. It's just wild. So anyway, went on and on and on about that. Yeah, you're learning the hard way, Britt P. I know. Aw, thank you. I didn't know if I could just come on here and just talk. I can ramble, sure, but can I be coherent? Or can I engage? That's the thing, Yeah, we could always be froggy. We could. But, you know, like I said, I'll make fun of myself harder than anyone else in the world, so ain't no worry. That's true. That's true. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was hoping to figure out the screencast thing. I just like I don't know what button it is and I don't want to like end the live and I don't see it. So I'll figure it out offline. I had it all the way up until this point, but there was no way of telling until you actually did it. So but yeah, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, anything you want to ask me, feel free. I'll hang out. I got time. So geez, lucky we've been on here for 45 minutes, 46 minutes. And Mississippi been here since the beginning. Yeah, right? Kramet can come here anytime. Kramet come here anytime. And Mocking Media, of course. Mocking Media can go rip me a new asshole. And I'll promote the shit out of it. Oh my God. I can't. The talent. Good morning. Oh, Brenda. Hello. The real Brenda. Oh, the Reverend Lee. How you doing? How in the world am I so fortunate to be graced by your presence? Mocking Media in his house. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Blessings to you as well. All of the light shining upon you. The Reverend Lee Jonathan. And if you haven't checked it out, please go sub up to Mocking Media. You can see him in the chat here at Mocking Media. You have to catch the burning bushes. Okay? The mock shop shorts. Dude, I cannot. Like, I cannot. But the stuff with Lemon, their more recent stuff, has cracked me up about the artist business. Imagine if I was a world-renowned graphic artist on display. Could you imagine? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I hope to do it, hope to do it more, I'm at home right now, so I'm on my Wi-Fi. I want to test it out on just the mobile. Downtown, and I'm not going to get all like conspiracy rabbit hole, but that crap blocks my signal. It blocks my mobile signal. I've tried before because my barber's down there. And I went down there for the African festival over the summer, and I did some shorts and stuff, but I tried to go live from there. Now, I did change some things and upped my connection, my mobile connection. So we'll see. That's right. Mocking Media is the true GOAT. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lemon is in the new stuff. You guys have to, if you haven't seen the latest Mocking Media stuff, you got to check that out because phew. Yeah. It's pretty accurate. I like it. I love it. And then I want to do I never was interested before, but I would like to I'm gonna review Dolly a little bit. What do y'all think? PJ pissed me off. So I kind of want to fuck with her a little bit. Just a little bit. I have a troll. I have a troll in me. It likes to come out. What's up, Robin Hood? Nice to see you, girl. Robin's always doing some good stuff on X, I will tell you that. What's the tea? I know. Well, all right, so hold on. Let me just scroll back and I'll tell you guys. Let me just catch up real quick. Hey, Opal. I knew I missed somebody. Oh, beautiful. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Opal actually does some pretty funny shorts herself. I didn't even know. She comments all the time on my stuff, and I didn't even know. That's how we find out, guys. All right. I think maybe I'm all good. If I missed something, I do apologize. So good to see you. Love it. Tiara required. So, all right. Let me turn my camera off just for a minute because, you know, it's about that time if I'm in a story. So, all right. Well, I think I need to get my coffee or my Celsius, one or the other. Pause. All right. So, I popped in Dolly, which I really don't ever do. Now, granted, when our pals were on Turtle Island, and if I was awake, I would laugh along and participate in that. And I only did it for our creators because if y'all don't know about Turtle Island, Dolly actually stole it from a creator called Armchair Detective, who is in the UK, who I don't believe no longer has a channels. I think pretty canceled. But he did an island, a true crime. Same thing. Fake fictional island where creators were put on and voted off. Same exact thing. And Dolly took it, brought it to the US, let's say. We could put it that way, give him the credit for that. Really, Robin? See, I was like, I've heard that because like when I've watched like a couple of like little tutorial things, that's usually the first thing they go into because I think that's probably the biggest challenge for a lot of people is the freezing up. I have kind of the opposite issue, which is rambling. So, listen, any of you want to bring me back to where I was or the point I was making, feel free. I won't get offended. It's just a tool, I find. Okay? It's a tool of a friend with somebody who has ADHD or is neurodivergent, I should say. So, yeah. So Maki Media can probably attest. I think they're probably pretty familiar with the history of that. And then on top of that, yeah, I've had on and off issues with Dolly and the tragedy pimping for sure with Dolly Vision. Absolutely. I thought after the detachment from like Betty and all that business, you know, while at the same time I don't like the way he necessarily covers true crime. Sometimes I do think some good questions or things are brought up, right? So I'm like, whatever. Like it doesn't bother, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't, like, do your thing, whatever. I just won't participate in it. But, you know, if you're flying drones over people's houses and you're, you know, whatever, you'll violate that law, you know, that drone law in that state. Like, you know, the laws, like, whatever. Like that kind of stuff. And the tragedy pimping. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. But the misinformation in general drives me crazy. Okay. So if you see me in any of the true crime stuff world, which I definitely am a part of and I'm from, going years and years back to the Watts days. That's how I know about the Armchair Detective. So getting back to it, I feel the need to correct it. Okay. Well, sometimes I'm like, all right, this is just too much. I would spend my whole life doing this, right? And like, just get off your ass and do the correct research, you know? So sometimes it's just too much. I won't even try. But, you know, certain things I will try. But with Dolly, he has a huge audience, right? And it's a lot of the people in our community in there. And when it's about a case I know a lot about because I followed it from the beginning, I feel inclined. And so when he was covering Sebastian the other night, I jumped in there and I was watching it, and I figured he was going to cover the nerdy attic business. I wanted to kind of see where he was at with that. I figured maybe at night would be mentioned. I figured just things about the case, and I figured he would bring up these parts. And I remember Dolly, like a year ago, whatever, doing about the cameras on the outside. And I brought that up on Truth's panel. And I'm like, and it, that's what started hit me. And I'm like, did Nerdy actually get this information from Chris Proudfoot, or is he taking some of these theories and stuff that were rumors and using the fact that he had a conversation with Chris? Because meanwhile, apparently it was only like an hour and a half conversation. Anyway, I'm in there and I'm like, and they're both just saying stuff. Oh, hold on. I saw my connection. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna let it catch up. I can see myself a little choppy. All right. I also live by a military base, so if you hear planes and helicopters. Anyway, we all doing good before I go on? We good. All right, cool. So, anyway, I'm in there and I'm correcting stuff. And I mean, they're just saying stuff as fact, especially PJ. And Dolly's just kind of like, yeah, but it's mainly PJ who's saying this shit. And, I'm like, okay, well, that's not true, or that's not true, or that's not true, but I'm like, just giving the information. Well, and then it comes up about, oh, hell, what was it even about? I don't know. I had the screenshot. But PJ starts screaming. She reads my comment and she starts screaming. I mean screaming. Like that. Like I meant to go back and clip it, but most of everything else is more important than that. So but I probably will. But I'm talking, she was like a psychopath behavior, in my opinion. Dolly, who tried to talk, and just yelled. And I'm like, are you mad? Are you pressed? Like, what are you so worked up about? First of all, A, it's not correct. B, this isn't like, you just come on here and talk. Like, what are you so mad about? And then she goes, you know what? I'm actually offended. She was offended. And I put in the chat and I was like, be offended, be triggered. It's what happened. Like, you are literally telling vastly incorrect information. So that is actually disinformation. But that's all I said. I said, be offended, be triggered. It's what happened. And then I left because she's like this on her phone, furiously looking at me, and I'm sure trying to whatever. But I think PJ knows me around these streets. So anyway, I thought that was unhinged and weird. Very much so. What do y'all think? It'll hit me. It's just my brain right now, but it'll hit me exactly what it was about. But I did screenshot it. I think I even put it in Discord because I'm sure she's in there. I'm sure she's in Clue's Discord. Right, PJ? So I have always been pretty cordial, pretty friendly, and that's for the sake of our fellow creators out here. I don't want to create drama anywhere. But I'm pretty observant, I guess I would say. And I watch, her. I would watch her from chat to chat a couple years, I would say. Just troll. And I have to say, like, anytime Dolly's mentioned, I mean, she's right there. I can't even imagine it would even be a minute before she pops up and is like, da da da, keep Dolly's name out your mouth or whatever, you know? And I get it. Like, if you want to correct information about your man or whatever, okay. But it's also multiple accounts. Yeah, it's just some troll shit. So, you know, it's always just made me want to like keep an eye out. And nothing worried me, even with, you know, hanging out with the creators and Turtle Island and stuff like that, because, you know, the people we watch are smart. People we like are smart, and they'll figure it out. They got street smarts too, so I'm never worried about that. You know what I mean? I don't ever feel the need to like privately message and be like, hey, you know, I think this person is, you know, sus or whatever, because it's just drama to me. They'll figure it out. Now, after the fact, if I have information, absolutely, and if it helps somebody out, of course. But yeah, like, what do y'all think? I'm gonna come back. PJ's. Does she normally scream like that? Is that like a thing? I thought it was so unhinged looking. Oh my god. She's been problematic for years, mocking media. The Uni racked. Dude, when I called in to vote you on Turtle Island, I didn't really know. I didn't. I would love to say I knew about the history, but I didn't. I just love mocking media, and I wanted him on Turtle Island. So I called and voted him, you know, voted him on, and then a couple more people did. And they were like, oh yeah, mocking media, what in the heck? Yeah, we can put them on, that's right. And so it's like a whole thing. I love it. PJ was so mad. And Dolly was like, wait, who is this man? Oh, let's go check him out. And like went to go look at it, and PJ was like, I know who they are. They ripped they said meanie poopy words about me 5 years ago. Meanie poopy words. Fine. Give him a vote. Whatever. I'm surprised they honestly even got on after all this truth business and stuff, which I don't even know all that happened, guys. I've been so busy at work, like some of that stuff I'll just like kind of get the gist of what's going on, but I don't even know half the time. Let me see. It's so bright out here. I want my shades on. It feels good though. It is warming up. Let's see here. I'm going to read some of your comments. Mississippi says, folks run their mouths so much about Katie. Yup. Always something to say about the moms. It's so freaking weird. So weird. Especially Beej. She's got this weird obsession with moms. Moms who are criminals. PJ, okay, so Robin says, PJ seemed nice at first when Clue won. I feel snowed. I had no idea these people's history. Never liked Dolly's coverage. I came here from Michelle After Dark recommending nonsense. Oh, cool. That's good. I didn't even know that. I like Michelle After Dark. You know, she does, even if I don't agree with necessarily all of, you know, the findings or talking points or anything like that, she does solid research. You know what I mean? She backs it up. And she has, like, actual, you know, working theories. And I like her walks with the dogs and stuff like that. Of course, her accent. And nonsense. I love me some Islanders. Oh, shit. The geese are flying south. Sorry. Dude, I'm on my porch. Y'all gotta know. Y'all gotta know. My neighbors know by now. There ain't even no fronting. But, hold on. Let me see if I can, let me see. Hold on one sec. Y'all see this? Y'all see? Y'all see? Look how beautiful. Oh. Oh. My goodness. Big boss son. Anyway. I love me some Islanders. God, I watch nonsense for so long. And I don't always agree with nonsense, and nonsense knows that. You know what I mean? But I love that nonsense can handle it, you know? There were times, shoot, over a year ago, or over the Sebastian Rogers case, the missing teen from Hendersonville, Tennessee, for anyone coming in not from any of these communities. We do talk about missing kids. We talk about, you know, cases of exploitation. We will talk about true crime, some pretty horrendous things. I'm definitely not leaving that stuff out, guys. It's not all fun and games. I'm a goofball, but I do like to put some information out there. I like to inform. So you'll see me do one or the other. I usually don't mix it, right? I usually will come on and be SaneOutlaw. Today is reporter like, and then I'll, you know, unless it's trauma stuff, because you can do mix whatever you want, right? But I do like to kind of separate it out. You know, I'm not going to take jabs on somebody in the middle of, you know, talking about the most wanted in my area. Like, crazy town. Give me one sec, guys. All right. How we doing? We've been here for over an hour. But yeah, I just love that nonsense can, you know, of course she's got the freaking mods. You got the mods. You got the mods. I mean, good Lord, the receipts, girl. She must have hard drives. That would be my thing, like the space. I need 2,400 SD cards. But, no, I have always followed her, because when she's talking about something, she's very clear about it and she's very direct. So I'm able to discern whether it's her opinion or not. And then whatever she plays of people's words are of people's words. And I know it's legitimate. And you know that, you know, as just a normal intellectual person, right? Just a common sense kind of thing. You can kind of identify, and you find a pattern and a track record of somebody, and that's how they get credibility. And she earned credibility with me forever ago. And she used to give me some hell about Clue, man, because I would go in there and I wasn't even necessarily part of the crew Clue then, you know, but I wanted to give, I wanted people to give Clue a chance, because I could see that she was doing things for the right reasons. And some of the things nonsense would have an issue with is some of the things that would be covered about the case, which I totally get. And it wasn't just with Clue or anybody, but, you know, it would be talking about it. And then it was the Beeges and the Bettys and the Lollies and the whoever's all after that who would twist it and turn it and put all the misinformation. And every once in a while, I would kind of hear, you know, in so many words, it's like Clue's fault, right? And I was like, I kind of don't agree with that, you know? Like, yes, I do think it is our responsibility and we have to be careful of what we put out there. But at the same time, is it that person's fault, or is it the people that are unable to, or are intentionally twisting it and turning it and putting it out there? Aren't they the people we should really have the problem with? So that was kind of like my point. But, you know, I don't need to be in control. I don't need to make anybody think that way. So my whole thing was like, people will figure it out. You know what I mean? And I just always liked that she was able to still stay objective, you know, and she is able to change her mind, which a lot of people can't, you know, and that is so admirable to me. And she is just so real. You know, she'll come on here, she'll put her camera on, she'll be like, yep, that's me. This is who it is. I look like shit today, you know, and I appreciate that, you know, I really do. Instead of coming on here, putting on 20 fucking freaking freaking filters. And sure, will I use a filter? Absolutely. But I mean, using it where, I mean, you're so blurred you can't even see you, and then saying that you don't. Saying this is me. Saying I'm not wearing any makeup, y'all. As you know, as your freaking Tammy Faye Baker over here. Just saying. All right, I see. I ramble. Hey, well, I'm glad you guys are having some good conversation. Yes, that's what I love, seeing some good people coming in here. Exactly. Exactly, Mocking Media. She's made some wise changes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's totally owned her stuff. Absolutely. And she, yeah, if she doesn't have that receipt, she will find it. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I don't agree with everybody I hang out with. I don't agree with everybody I like. You know? In real life, on here, anywhere. What kind of fun is that? Hey, Perfectly. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Yeah, yeah, she is good people. You remember that, Robin, right? Islanders asking to give Clue a chance. Yup. But see, the whole thing is some people got to see it for themselves, and they got to do it for themselves, or it's not genuine, right? So you can try and convince, and so if somebody's doing it because, like, you know, viewers want it or whatever, people are, then they're not doing it for themselves. They're not genuinely going to be receptive. So it's kind of a fine line, you know? Mm-hmm. What? Is that own girl? Yeah. That's all right. I'm not either. And I'm out here on the streets on camera. Dry mouth and everything. I gotta go get my drink, guys. Give me a second, okay? Is that cool? Is that cool? I'm gonna, like, actually turn that off. Okay. I'm gonna mute. Can you give me just 2 seconds? I'm gonna run in real quick. Okay, bye. Not bye. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Boo. Woo! So y'all know what I had to get this morning. I normally drink Celsius for caffeine. Now, don't tell me it's bad for you. I only drink one a day. Okay. I think it's only bad for you when you drink like 400. Okay. But yeah. I wasn't playing. Okay. So I guess you could definitely consider me a healthy person in terms of my habits. For the most part, I would say. Eating, drinking, all that stuff. But I'm addicted to Monopoly. I can't help it. Oop, I'm covering the mic. Thanks, Lucky. I knew it. I had it sitting on my thing. I'm sorry. Eee. This is why you do this, guys. This is why you figure it out, you know? It's exactly. Yep, I had it sitting right on my little, my tablet holder thingy here. But, no, I'm addicted to Monopoly. I can't help it. Ever since, I don't know, whenever Monopoly began. I don't know. I just love it. I used to like it with the board and all the pieces and stuff. But now everything's on the app, of course. But I be winning, guys. I'm out here winning. I have 2 small fries or vanilla cones. I have an apple pie or free fry. I have also a McChicken or a McDouble. I don't even eat McDonald's. And now, you know, my boys are old. Oh, I used to only get it like when my boys would want the Happy Meal toys, right? Now they're too old because they eat too much. They would have to get like, I mean, they could eat like 2 adult meals easily. So, but no, I like them. I even like it in the app. So, and just so you guys know, if you get stuff without game pieces, but it's a Monopoly thing, you get the digital peel in the app. So don't forget that. Okay. Okay. It's important stuff. Anyway, where were we? Hey. All right. What's going on? Who's blocked? No, you're not blocked. I see you, Mississippi. What's going on? It's 6 a.m. there. You should go back. You're going to work? Oh, Robin, I'm sorry. I did that all week. A lot of it. Well, if you're heading out, I hope you have a great day. Oh, girl. What you doing, girl? Are you still here? Yeah, you were. I know. I'm winning fries and apple pies. You think Dylon has ever since Truth said that, it's messing with me. I don't like it. Eee! You can't see me. You can't see you. Make sure you're on all messages, guys, not on that top chat. Make sure you hit that button. You hit that little thing. I don't know. It's different in various places. Sometimes it's a ... you know, whatever. But make sure you go to all chat, not just top. So yeah, going back to the Dolly thing, I think I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna figure out where it was and I'm gonna clip it. Cause yeah, dude, she yelled. I was like, I don't know who you think you're yelling at, lady. But I haven't even talked about your man and Betty, so I feel like that's a little, you know, too easy. But I don't like the messing in the case. I don't like with like having 2,000 some viewers in there and saying such wrong information like that. I don't like it. I do not. Oh, I know what it was. She was talking about them leaving. She was saying like in nothing, like there's just no reason for them to have left after Sebastian went missing, and how Katie went with Chris. Well, first of all, let's dispel the rumor that, you know, Katie and Chris Proudfoot even moved, because they didn't. You know, you guys perpetuated that rumor, but you don't like to correct that when you mention that. Yeah, Chris had to go back to work, and it was in a different state, and they're hours away, and Katie went with them. And I get it. I get why some people have an issue with that. I do. I get why some people don't. You know what I mean? I get both things, and I don't know how we can put ourselves in those shoes, right? How can you? I mean, unless it's happened to you. And even then, every circumstance is different. So I don't know if it's necessarily sus. I'm not sure. But like, that's where they're getting at with that, right? That's the reason why they think what they think. And I'm like, well, just as a reminder, she did receive death threats. Do what you want with that. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't need to convince you, you know, but maybe consider it. And that's what it was. She started screaming, I don't care what. I mean, now full on yell though. Okay. I'm just doing the motions, but I don't care what or what anyone did to me. If my kid went, I would never leave. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And no, they didn't. Then screamed at me. That's not true. No, they didn't. That didn't happen. Then Dolly confirms it. No. We know that for a fact, he said. We know that because he's using his of being when they went, you know, he went to Tennessee. They confirmed, is what he was trying to say. He confirmed there were no threats made at that time. There were no threats made at that. How the would you know? How would you know? How? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. The serious ones, no one knows about, right? But police. Okay. So what they could not be saying is that they were that so serious enough that it could have been highly suggested by even police that they go. They could know information about Sebastian or about the circumstances with his disappearance that makes them believe it's not a case of him walking back in the door. And I don't mean that they had something to do with it. I mean that what we don't know as the public. Okay? What if they have enough evidence that it was a third party or a third party was involved, or there's a high chance of it, or they've eliminated everything else. So, you know, things like trafficking or luring or somebody he may know is an option. You know, that's not one of the three parents. So maybe they had enough information to know that that's not that's not a concern, right? That he's just going to stumble back to the residence. So, but either way, I mean, I think to know that they did receive death threats, and the ones, you know, we're never going to know what exactly they received. I don't know if they told, you know, anybody else. And if they have, they've kept it, you know, to their chest. So doesn't that tell you something? But we do know that they received it, and it was really serious. And they do have ROs against somebody. So, you know, it was a conversation to have. But to say that she was offended, she said she was offended. She was offended as a mom, as a person, whatever. She's offended at that idea that a death threat would cause you to leave in case your child were to come back home. And that wouldn't prevent you from staying in that house alone, right, by yourself. Maybe Katie was a hot mess. Maybe there was concern for Katie. Maybe, you know, with, you know, I'm not even making the assumption or accusation, but maybe she was not okay mentally, which would be completely understandable. Like, are you kidding me? So maybe it's not recommended that she would be alone. So, you know what I mean? And not everybody can grift to live. So, is what it is. Hey, KB. Hey, Chroma Chronicles. Good to see you, beautifuls. Thank you for coming in. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, make sure you sub up to Chroma Chronicles. If you have not, out here putting the receipts, and especially about the Sebastian Rogers case. Chroma Chronicles does a lot of archival too, and we'll go back and we'll look at deleted, lost, or streams that just haven't been looked at much regarding cases. So that's really cool too, especially about this case. Oh my God. Right? Okay. I'm so sorry. Rama Chronicles says, having lost a child herself, I can promise you she didn't need to be alone. Yeah, and maybe the recommendation was to not be around there. I mean, and then think about it. They were stalked at the campground. I don't care what way you want to say it. I don't care how you want to look at it. Looking at all this recent stuff with, Laura Matthias and Hidden True Crime and all that stuff, they were physically stalked. Physically. Y'all remember T-Rev's Nancy? Aunt Nancy? Y'all remember that one? Would drive by and send them the footage. Would record their vehicles, would record their activity. Would be kind of invasive about it. Really. Track the movements, record if they're at work, whether they've left or not. And then they still got it wrong, guys. They still were like, yeah, they moved. Duh. Houses on the market. Duh. Because I can't do my own research. It's like ridiculous. Sorry. As one thing you will see me get irritated about is stuff regarding this case or regarding any case involving a kid. They're still being stalked and harassed. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a really good point. To this day, 2 years later, they still are. And still haven't sold the home. Right? Yes, please give Chroma Chronicles some love. I don't know. I kind of don't want to touch too much. I'm a little worried I'm going to knock myself out. But, and I hate to ask, but if somebody wouldn't mind, if you haven't already, if you would please, my beautiful blue dresses in here, drop Chroma Chronicles channel, please. And also Mocking Media. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You don't even gotta worry about my link because it's pinned. It should be pinned at the top. If you guys want to sub up, if you aren't subbed up, you want to do that, and you'll get all the notifications of any future porch lives. Hopefully some screencasting. That would be cool, so we can actually review and I can show you receipts, right? Because that's the part that bothers me, right? Like, I don't want to do this and not have receipts. It's not even about like having something for you guys to look at or whatever. I like to show what I'm talking about. Hey, Nasty Rona. Good to see you, girl. What you doing? Oh, my God. Oh, see? Too many. Too many are here for all the right reasons, and I'm so sorry that I can't even imagine. I can't possibly even say I could imagine. As a mom, I'm so sorry, ladies. I'm grateful that it has brought you to a place that you can be here with other people. You can help other families. Um, and you're not lost yourself inside. You know what I mean? But whew, couldn't imagine. And that's I talked to almost to a point where like I've had to be careful how much so I don't scare my kids, you know what I mean? But even with all that, you know, I still last year I got a phone call. I got a phone call. My kid didn't get on the bus. And thank God for the bus driver. Thank God for the bus driver who went by and knew kind of where the kids were, you know, if they weren't getting on the bus, you know, where they were walking to, which was just a store. Thank God for that one. But I got that call. And there was a short amount of time where I didn't know if my kid was missing or not. And it was very, very short. And you know, I don't talk a whole lot about myself. I am a single mama. Their dad is in their lives. I've been through the ringer with that's how I relate a lot to custody situations. We are in a co-parenting, just normal, you know, where he was with somebody. He was married for someone for a few years. We've been split up for years and years and years. He was married in the middle of that for a few years, and obviously a psychopath, and is not no longer anywhere in the picture. But it was very difficult. So I definitely went through my battles with that. So I relate a lot, and it's why I understood things in this case from the very beginning that a lot of people had to wrap their heads around in terms of split homes and, you know, how people can be and what you will do, not only to stand up for yourself and your kids, but also to not have them be involved in any drama, you know, and kind of what you're willing to put yourself through. You know, I don't think you realize until, you know, you're a parent and you do it, you know, and you realize you would absolutely put yourself in front of a bullet in any kind of way, you know. So long story short, you know, I get that part of it. But even with all that, and even with things being a lot better, I instantly did pick up the phone. My next phone call was him to just see if, you know, because I got the phone call, of course. I'm the point person for everything in terms of their education and medical and all that stuff. But, you know, just in case, you know, he knew anything. And I'm not going to say much other than this. What he said to me was, okay, let me know when you find him. He might even said if. So, but, you know, I keep a lot of that from the kids, so it is what it is. But the phone calls I made after that, I almost couldn't hold my phone. You know, it was like an involuntary thing, and I am very good with emergencies. I experienced 9/11 firsthand. I've been in crowd shootings, a lot of situations, and I am very good on the fly. It was like when I had my first son, and I ended up having an emergency C-section, and he was stuck, and he was 2 months early. You'd never know now. My God, you'd never know. He was small, but and I had an emergency C-section, and the pain medication hadn't kicked in yet, and I didn't know because I was more worried about him, but I was in physical shock, and that's kind of what it was like. And I was shaking so bad, and my voice was shaking so bad, And it was all over in 5 minutes, you know what I mean? But, and that's what, like, when people talk about, you know, a half an hour going by of her making calls or looking or frantic, you know, doing all these things, I beyond get it. And I can't even still relate, you know what I mean? I didn't go through that real experience, but you know what I mean? So there's a lot about this case, like, I just don't have tolerance with. I don't have tolerance with the ignorance, but I do still think it's important. So that's why you might see me in other chats, you know what I mean? Like, early on, I would say people even did question that, kind of where I stood. I'm like, does it matter? You know, like, I'm clearly not a mole for a creator or whatever, but does it matter if I'm somewhere else, if it's about the case? You know what I mean? I could see if it's about drama, like, whatever. You'll never see me talking shit about another creator, though. You won't see me talking to one creator one way and then talking shit about them in another way. You'll never see that. I'll stand on every ounce of everything I say in real life, on here, anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, any of these people could come out and say, like, dude, and I'd be like, and, you know, but you know, you will see me. I often will even say things that I don't necessarily feel or is not my personal opinion, but I play devil's advocate because it's thought-provoking, right? It's how we critically think. So, you know, early on, that's how I did end up in certain things. Now, I was keeping an eye on certain things as well, but I did stumble on the beach, and it's how I knew she was a big old fat liar with Clue, because not only do I have screenshots, but because I guess I was paying attention to something at that point. And I wasn't watching her of interest, of course, but it was about the case. And it was, let's see, about June 2024 when she started reviewing, like, actual reviewing Clue. Okay. Think about that. June 2024. So think about the stuff she says now, right? When she talks about it, and she's like, this has been going on for a year, y'all. This has been going on for a year. They've been stalking and covering me for a year now, bitch. You started reviewing Clue in June. Matter of fact, you even brought it up in May when Tony came around. When Tony first came around. But I have a screenshot for whatever reason because of the chat. And what she had on the screen, she was reviewing Clue. And it was June 2024. She was reviewing Clue, and she had Clue's Facebook pictures pulled up. And I didn't know who they were. I didn't know who these people were because they didn't have their faces up in the one picture she had up. She had a picture of them holding hands, which showed their tattoos on their arms and how they go together. She had real life pictures from Facebook reviewing Clue in June 2024. Call me a liar. Please. Please do it. Please do. Call me a liar. Clue has screenshots. But yeah. So when she started coming out with that, I was like, no, ma'am. Shame finger. I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna catch up on chat now. What a hey, Flo. Oh, girl, I'm so good to see you in here. How you doing, beautiful? How you doing? How you doing? KB, what you doing, buzzy friend? Aw, Lucky, you think I'm level-headed? You think I'm actually sane? I try to be. I try to be. You know, nobody's ever gonna take you seriously if you don't have a bit of a level head, right? Aw. Oh, Puddin'! Holy shit! I'm over here ranting and raving. And Puddin' Holly Blue comes in here. Girl, you subscribed? Thank you. Appreciate you. What you up to, Puddin'? I gotta ask. How many moths last night? Hopefully none. I don't even have a microwave. True story. Hey, Fanatic. I popped up on your feed. Oh, thank you. I hope you're having a good weekend, too. I like that you guys take the time to comment and say hi. And I do. I actually do appreciate, you know, when people leave comments, you know, in videos and stuff like that. Like, you're legit being thoughtful. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking your time out of your busy day, your busy times, or even just things you could be having more fun with, and leave me a comment. So I appreciate that. Karma Chronicles says, nope, Clue never spoke on her. I use most of Clue's lives from last year where she covered Sebastian. She doesn't speak on Beej at all. She gave 0 Fs. She probably became aware along the way because, you know, she used to clown T-Rev and stuff. And, you know, they were going to be partners at one point. Those screenshots too, right? Allegedly with T-Rev. I guess until, you know, his party and his pants got in the way. But, yeah. No, but yeah, Beej was, Beej was like all up on that Facebook, showing all kinds of personal stuff. Look at these people. We think they're related to the Proudfoots. Kinds of weird stalkerish shit. You think I should put that out? I'll ask Clue and make sure she's cool with it. I mean, I know her, like, their tattoos are out now, so I don't think it would be, like, any kind of doxing of them. But, you know, obviously I didn't. I just sent it to her. What's not allowed? Oh, do not mention the moss. It's not allowed. Puddin', I don't know if you... Yeah, and you can all leave Puddin'. Leave Puddin'. I know you will. I know you will. But, what do you mean it's not allowed? Puddin', do you understand that, that this is the SaneOutlaw channel? And on my device, I hit the love button. Meaning, like, it's my life. You know? Are you aware of that? Oh, are you used to Beej? Are you used to, like, the Beej and the Froggy worlds where, like, people tell other people what to do? But I love that you're here. I really do. I am in the least bit not joking. What, do you think we could hang out, Puddin'? You think we'd be buddies? I kind of think so. I have a confession. I have a moth invasion once and used the vacuum. Many were... Oh, man. Puddin', you're not snorting the dust off their wings, though, are you? I just need to make sure, okay? I mean, I don't really care what you do in your personal time, you know, or what addictions you might have, really. You don't gotta tell the world, but... Mister, I think people are drawn to the dark side like a moth to... I think they are. I think they really like us over here. I won't cover the audio, I promise, Lucky. I think so. I think you really just, I think you like it. I think you find us funny. I think you think we can handle trolls a lot better. I think you find us more informative, more accurate, huh? More honest, more ourselves. Tell the truth, Puddin'. You actually are here more than probably Chats of the Green Team, right? Has Beej blocked you yet? She wouldn't block herself though, right? That'd be weird. Hey, Choo Choo! Choo Choo! Sup? Sup, girl? Oh, thank you. That's all. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. You have a great day too, girl. Love it. What happened, Puddin'? Where'd you go? You just come in to sub and say, oh, there you are. You aren't a troll? Hey. Okay. I won't call you a troll if you're not a troll. You don't gotta be a troll. It's getting a little warm in the sun here, guys. You know, it's cool. Do you think, though, that you're probably in chats of dark side people a little more? Do you think? What do you think? It's only 37? I ain't ready for that. I could live on an island. 100%. I could absolutely live on an island. A hot island somewhere. I am not ready. My bones aren't ready. Nah, I'm on the East Coast. It was cool this morning, and it was definitely, sorry, it was definitely cold last night. I think it might have got down to that low probably last night. You're a Christian woman, Puddin'. All right, cool. I'm not a anti-Christian, so I'm totally cool with whatever you are. I ain't got no problem with anybody. I ain't got no problem of anybody of any kind. I love and hate everyone equally. It's cold there. Midwest freezing. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think we're still going to be like 60s probably during the day for the most part. You know. It's almost been 2 hours on here, and I still got sleeping people. That's why I like the mornings, because, like, I kind of stay on the same schedule, basically. I don't sleep in a whole lot. But, I like it. It's so quiet, peaceful. Even in the hood. Hey, Becoming. Good to see you. It's in the 70s out on the West Coast. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We got one day last week. It was like 72. It's cool.
Hi, Fluffy.
Hi. That's my neighbor. They have an outside cat who thinks it's my cat. She has golden eyes, guys. I shouldn't put her on camera. Dylan might like it. You were in top chat. I woke up too early too. I was like, and I set it for 8, and I was like, I don't know, guys. Is that And then I was like, yeah, I'll totally be up way before that. I know. Don't tap the dial on. Good Lord. I know. She's dark gray. I even had like kids in the neighborhood come up and ask if she's a black cat. And I looked down at her because she'll like lay next to me like she's like the Sheba or something like that. And I'm like looking down. I'm like, clearly she's charcoal gray. Are you all right? What color do you actually see? But I'm like, no, she's not a black cat. No, she's not my cat. I guess they thought she was because I was a witch. A good one though, right? I don't care. Think whatever I am. Oh, the guineas. They're good. Gary and Greg are awesome. You're sleeping on electric blanket, Lucky. That sounds good. I know. My boys keep asking for that. I need a heated jacket and a heated blanket. Okay. Now, Gary and Greg are doing awesome. They're separated. I have them separated because they did rumble. They rumbled in the jungle. But, and I guess that happens, you know. So, once one's dominant with neutered males, but then Gary got big, you know, because he was smaller. And, you know, as he became, you know, nice and healthy and full of nutrition, everything, he got bigger. And he, I guess, challenged him. It was something like they fought over food or whatever, and he challenged them. And it was one little spat, but they drew blood. So once they do that, I guess they don't let it go, so you kind of have to separate them. But they're in the same room, so you know, they talk to each other all the time and everything. But, and it's funny, they get jelly of each other, so you got to go back and forth, and then they'll smell each other and get real excited. They smell each other on you. But, it's cute. They stand up and give kisses. And they stand up they'll be like this on their little legs are like this, their tiny front legs.
What that girl that was bullying you at?
Hold on, 1 second. Neighbors. One sec, guys. All right. I guess my neighbor's kids had a sleepover. So they came out on the porch. I didn't want to put them on here, you know. They were messing with the cat. Thank you. Good morning. Hey. Gosh, that sun got right in my eyeball. East Texas Mama. Good to see you. Oh, I was like right there. Just kind of creeps under my porch. Aw, see you later, Mississippi. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all your comments. Thank you so much. Even if I don't reply to every single one, I smile. And I appreciate you taking the time. Have a great day, girl. I know, their fat little bodies have the oh my gosh, when he stands up and his little I can't. I just cannot. I can't take it. I absolutely can't stand it. And then Greg, who's like more of a potato, even started doing it. And but no, they'll come up and they'll like boot me like that and give a kiss. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love the guineas. I've thought even about getting like female one for each. Just a companion. Um, but I'm like, ooh, yeah. And that's four. I'll tell you, two is definitely double. So, and I guess that's how it happens. And people end up, actually, I caught a live the other day. I was on a short lunch break, and this one person, you may have seen him, Konosuba, who has a guinea pig channel. He has 6 guinea pigs, and they were live for two of the boys had birthdays, so they did like a birthday. He did a birthday bash and gave him big salad and just a live. And he has like a playroom for them, and it's just a whole room. And I was like, man, I would love that where they could just run around and be, you know, do their thing because that's probably all they would do, honestly. But I have hardwood floors on. If that would work. But no, he has just like a carpeted room, and he has all these cool little hides and stuff. But anyway, I caught that live the other day, and he like never goes live. And yeah, he was saying that's how it happens. He has 6. Well, because here's the thing, like, I mean, obviously I live in an urban area, so but my boys are very good with animals, and you know, always can have social emotional needs, just as kids in general, and then my oldest teen is high functioning autistic, and he was diagnosed 3 times over when he was 6 and the years after that. But amazing, amazing. Both are just highly intelligent, just characters, you know what I mean? But like, at the same time, he just the kind of the responsibility, the petting, the sensory part of that, the connecting, the learning, empathy, and some type of emotions and things that frankly I don't think he was wired with. I just don't think so. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that he's not. I mean, he's a good-hearted, and I mean that with everything, like good-hearted kid. And that's just not me saying it. That's everybody who knows him says that. But I don't think he was wired with it. I think he had to learn it. And I mean, I've had to teach it. I think he studied my face to learn the expressions. And so it's just interesting to me. But anyway, he would qualify, in any kind of way for a therapy animal, but also, I wanted that, and I wanted the experience of that, and I wanted the responsibility. And I think boys, it's very important for them to learn to take care of things, just like girls do with dolls and things like that. I think they need that paternal instinct to come out. And so anyway, long story short, we were trying to think of what type of pet would work for us. And through the research, we came up with guinea pigs. So, and I was like, and ultimately I was like, if we traveled or whatever, could we take them? And so, but definitely couldn't do dog and, or cat. And I love all kinds of animals. I don't think I would personally have a cat. Wait, like I don't do the like cats like me, and I like cats, but like I just think like as an like my pet, you know what I mean? I don't do the whole litter box thing. Also, like the neighbor's cat, like she'll do stuff like I don't want to say I find it weird, but it's kind of weird. It's not really weird, but I'm just like, come on, cat, like no boundaries, you know what I mean? And it's like, come on, and they'll like to knead on your most squishiest parts, and they'll be like, me, 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 me. Oh, this is comfy. Me, 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 me. And then I'm going to stick my nails in you, right? And I'm like, girl, get off me. What you doing? You know, or if I won't let her up on my lap, she'll come, you know, around this way. And I'm like, I said no. I feel like a dog would listen. You know? That's all. But it's funny. I didn't realize, like, but guinea pigs are so complex. You know, they're not rodents. You know what I mean? Like, yes, of course, they can be trained and whatnot, but they are very socially complex. So they can get offended by things and like not let things go. And it's interesting. I love it. I love it. But they definitely have like routines. And Lord forbid if I don't feed them when they feel like it's feeding time, or just if I walk in the room, they're screaming at me. And it sometimes that'll get my anxiety going. I'm like, what'd I do? What'd I do? What did I ever do? How can I fix it? Stop yelling at me. Can I get undressed first? Let me take off my bra. You know? And I'm like, fine, here, the hay, take it. I'm sorry, you're starving. They're like Tiny Tims. Hey, Davis fam. You're still in here. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm going back. If you haven't subbed up to Davis fam, please do. Davis fam has archives upon archives. That's right, Miss Sarah. I know. I have to do more with the... I know. And I have to check out your guinea pigs a lot more, too. We have talked about guinea pigs a lot. Cupcake. Oh, she does? She calms your daughter when she's anxious? I love it. That's what helped. And to the point where I was like, do you think you should stop, like, petting? And I'm like, no, you know, because they'll tell you if they don't like it. Like, they'll go like that with their head. They're like almost like little bulls. It's cute. They'll be like, mm. And I like that. Oh, I know. I call them angel babies. I'm like, what are you doing, angel babies? I'll even like tell the boys, I'll be like, I'm gonna tell Gary and Greg about it. I'm gonna tell them what y'all were doing. They're not gonna like it. Doesn't matter how old they are. They're like, no, don't do that. Pickle, what's up? It's good to see you. What's up, OG? Pickle, pickle, pickle. I have to say, I love me some pickles. I love me some pickle. Okay, fine. I'm out of my warm, comfy bed. I'm making coffee so I can be pleasant like SaneOutlaw. Yeah, but here's the thing. When I'm being an absolute a-hole, I'm still being pleasant about it. I will still tear right into you with a smile. I'm just kidding. I do. I talk about Snoozy Poo with a smile still. Even if I'm disgusted. Which I am often. But Jesus. Y'all, come on. The end of the live last night. How dumb. I know I talked about this earlier, but like, how are you going to sit here and play the whole Laura Matthias into crime, Christina TikTok business, doctor whatever, and stalking harassment case, restraining order case? How are you going to do that and while fall asleep? And then be like, yeah, so you guys know what I'm talking about? And yeah, She took a, she'll say she falls asleep. She said she fell asleep. Yeah. Okay. But is she going to say that next week? Is she going to be like, I wasn't sleeping? Why are you guys saying that? I don't know why you gotta come in here and say all that, you haters. Well, last week you admitted to it, but I guess that's what happens, right? You know what I mean? Like I think that's what it is I don't think she just remembers. Honestly, I don't think she remembers. Imagine if you're in whatever state and think about it. Like, even think when you are super tired and you're falling asleep, you're in that last moment and you're in bed like a normal person, right? Like, you actually decided to go to bed and you're laying there and you're drifting off and whatever. And you're in that kind of almost like delirious state, right? Or like if somebody tries to talk to you and like you're kind of, or you're saying things and it's actually like what you're saying in a dream, but you say it out loud because you're like in that half zone. That's what she's in, sitting up live on YouTube. Your choice, ma'am. But it's also our choice to call it out and be like, what the hell is this? Like, what are we watching? It's our choice. We are the public. We are the public view. Just like any of you could do whatever and do that about me, right? We are, okay, you're putting this on here for us to watch, right? This is why you also set the live up so early, right? Why you're explaining about being late all the time. You know, you do that so for your purposes, right? Not to make it easier on your subs and your members, but to make it so you get the most money, views, viewers, and all that. So you set it up way early at a time you can't commit to, and like all the time, often, regularly. And then you change it multiple times. You'll even switch it to another channel, to your other channel. And then you'll, from there, continue to push the timeout and change it. Which is, there's a plane going over. I could see like maybe adjusting the time, or if you did it 5, anywhere up to 15 minutes, I could see that. It's YouTube. Like, it's her job, okay? That wouldn't be okay in any other aspect, right? Like, for example, if I went to work hours late every day, no matter how awesome I am, I would be fired. I'd be fired. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter the reason. I'd be fired. So, but whatever. I could see like up to 15 minutes, and you just change it, and then they would be aware of that. You know what I mean? But you're doing it. You're setting that up so people get notified, and people are aware of it, and people can fill up your chat, right? And give you all the engagement prior to it, right? Now, I set this up, yes, last night, right? I did that because I'm a tiny little channel. I'm under 1,000 subs. So the algorithm's small, so I set it up, plus I am considerate of other people's schedule. And I do realize people can't just like last minute, do whatever. So you do, notify people of upcoming things. It's just the way it works. Of course, it's a normal thing, but you're doing it at a time you can't commit so that can happen. And you're like, I don't know how to fix it. And instead of actually being on time, or instead of finding a different way of not setting it up so early, so you kind of like, if you were to set it up like a couple hours before the live, you'd be more aware of what time you can commit to. And using the excuse of being a mama doesn't matter. And as I said, I've said this in chats, I'm a single mama. I would never use that excuse. That's just silly. Right? You have a whole ass another adult in that house. Anyway, This is why I don't cover this. This is why I don't do it. I don't even know how people do it live, honestly. But maybe down the road, if I can get the screencast thing where, you know, it's like reviewing a video, just like on the using Streamlabs or whatever, or OBS. Hopefully I'll figure that out for next time. But you know, maybe down the road we will review a couple here and there. I definitely wouldn't make it my channel. You will see a lot of it now, yeah, because I find it absolutely freaking entertaining, frankly. I do, some of it is for awareness, some of it is for record keeping and documentation, but a lot of it is just, like, I'll go back and watch it, and it makes me laugh. You know what I mean? But I also don't want to saturate, you know, because honestly, she's frankly irrelevant. And everyone else surrounding it is. That's why, like, some of the other people I wouldn't even mention, you know. But at the same time, obviously, it's a part of our community. And obviously, you know, a lot of people, a lot of you guys I hang out with, we are a part of it, you know, we're interested in it in a way, you know. And the bottom line is you take an hour off of it and you're lost. You know what I mean? Oh my God. What's it? Hey, becoming, what's up? She would go to the bathroom online. Oh my God, speaking of go to the bathroom online, we have been graced with Cluminati's presence. I know, you're weak. Get the F out of here. I would have never thought, because it's early there. What's up, girl? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. And if you have not subbed up to Cluminati at Cluminati Crew, I'm sure Lucky will help me out, or Own Girl. If you have not yet, please do. Okay, please do. All right, it's a great time. It's a great time. You're sort of awake. I wasn't sure, but look, you know what I got. I already talked about it, but I don't drink coffee, nor do I eat McDonald's, but I play Monopoly. That's for sure. Ah, you crossed the time zone border. I like it. Same as me then. Cool. There we. Oh, thank you so much, Lucky. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely go sub up, please, to Clue. Clue. Shut up, fatty. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't get that out before now. Hold on, that felt so good. Let me do it one more time. Shut up, fatty. Ugh. God, it's just like my soul right here. It's real toasty and warm right now. Baby Clue's trying to win that Jeep. Yes, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Trying to get a new one. You know what? You can take that. I'll take the trip. Okay? Cool. I have a gazillion park places, no boardwalks. I have won a lot of free food, though, which I will reinvest into getting more Monopoly pieces. I feel like Truth would like that. I feel like he would approve that message. Lucky is definitely the link dropper. She got me. I appreciate you. Hey, there's a reason why I make blue dresses without even asking. I'm like, I'm stealing you. I steal you. No, I'm just kidding. Always. Clue, queen, whoever it is a priority. Nonsense. I even stole a nonsense. Or peekaboo. I needed that autograph. That's it. Yeah, it's always the one you never get. Shit. Oh, yeah. You guys want to see this? So, Well, I do have a Jeep. It's parked in the back, right? And in my front lawn one day, and I happened to that day had shared something from one of the characters over from At Night. I don't know if it was Hong BFF or Neek or who it was, but I shared something. Guess what was on my lawn? And look how dirty. Like it's just like it's like been through something. This was all during the petty stuff too. Tell me you want to pick that up and be like, the what? Yeah, the blue mohawk. Shut up. So I keep it here. I keep it right here on the outside so they know I know. I see you down there in that black sedan. Mm-hmm. I don't think I don't know. I know, right? Sarah, oh my God. Did you say it out loud, Odin girl? Did you say it out loud though? You say it as your routine too? I'm telling you, if I don't say it when I get up in the morning, it's not the same. It is not the same. Hey, most hated troll. Good to see you. Oh, if you have not, if you're on X and you haven't followed the most hated troll, please do. Please do. On Betty's ass. On Betty's ass, just like Dolly. Oh, you were waiting for an allegedly? Nope. Mm-mm. On them pancakes. Could you imagine? I feel like I'd be like Beej and clap with every point making. Like Lolly, that crazy lady, with her how she talks like this. Could you? I picture Beej clapping with each of those points that she makes with each breath. It felt good, right? It feels real good. It feels real good. Yeah, I have to get a good shut up fatty out. What's the other one? It used to be the Cletus Ermagard until you guys like put it on the soundboard. I'd be like, oh my God. And my kids are like, shut the up. Although I do use TikTok to troll them a little bit. If they act up, I show them my TikToks. They have to watch, especially the ones like when I have like costume filters on and I'm like singing. They got to watch the whole thing. That's for sure. Don't act up then. You know what I mean? And your mom won't be doing weird stuff on TikToks. I mean, luckily, none of people in my real life follow me, but they don't know that, kind of. Hercules. Oh my God. Meow. You're watching Ghost Adventures? Oh my God. I used to watch some good Ghost Adventures with Jason and what was the one guy's name? It was back in the day. He had the brown hair. Yeah, I was all into that. Chilling in the hotel room. Well, I'm glad to see you're not crying in your bed, recording yourself from the side, talking to your producer. I'm real glad of that, you know. And we just have a fiance snoring next door. I love how Beach calls him fiance because she wants one so bad. I just love it. I love it for Snoozy. Hey, Ronna, you still hanging out? Thank you. You can lurk all you want, girl. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I don't want to sit here and like rant on about Beach, but I could. Zach bag. She is so strange, dude, right? I thought that from the very beginning. Like, she looked familiar, so I definitely must have seen her around the true crime streets over the years. But I was weirded out from very beginning. I was like, this seems a lot of like what I don't even have time for in my like I don't have time for my own drama like that. Like I don't make my own drama like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't involve myself. Like I don't like my real life. Like I don't do stuff like, you know what I mean? Like I keep away from that. So why would I like, but I totally get it too. There's a lot of people who just like the drama part of it. You know what I mean? Like, and that I get, you know, like I get that with Queen Bee, you know, she's a drama channel, you know, and she's also does true crime, you know, and stuff like that. But like she separates her streams, but she just likes to talk shit, and she says that, and that's fine. You know what I mean? She likes the drama part of it, you know. So she's like, she'll be all about the gossip, and she will look at the text messages and stuff like that. But she'll do it in a legit way, you know. And that's just maybe something like I'm not as personally interested in, you know. So I'm not going to necessarily get all into it. But I still like. I just thought it was weird. I was like, there was a weirdness about it where I was just like, I don't even want to touch it, you know? Duper's Delight. Interesting. Which would probably be, because that's what I was thinking. Oh, somebody's jamming some tunes down here. All right. As long as they ain't going to, like, copyright me, you know? It's probably, like, in the distance, if you can even hear it. I like it, though. But, yeah, like, what was I? Shit, what was I saying? Fuck. Oh, yeah, I was thinking Ghost Hunters. You're right. You're right. You're right. I know, Aaron's wife. I watched like a you know, Stranger Stories or something like that on that. Yeah. Hi, Charles. It's good to see you, sir. Does this mean I'm special? You're gracing us with your presence? Huh? No homo, though. Okay. KK. And I'm only saying that because I'm a girl and I'm calling Truth a girl. Okay? And I'm straight. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Clue's here. Clue was here first. She's awake before you. Apparently Cletus is snoring away, though. Sawing some logs, pulling a beach, but like in bed, sleeping when he's supposed to kind of thing, like not live streaming. Oh, shit. We got the roosters over here. Thank you, Lucky. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Truth has definitely dropped my link before, so for sure. Show some love. Go sub up. No, Truth does some good stuff. He does some good stuff. He talks about the things people don't want to talk about. Huh. Like pancakes and syrup. Are you... Oh, we're going to bring up docs on my ankles. All right. Okay. Brad Pitt. Owen girl has seen my ankles. She could identify me by my ankles. 100% she could. They're, you know how, like, Beach proved that she had 2 legs and, stood up and did a little dance even for everybody. And rumor has it that, people wonder why, even if we need verification that Dylon has both or any. Okay. We need verification. There is not. Think about it. Have you seen him? Have you? It's just a question. May need answered. But anyway, so my ankles got doxxed. I would like to think UA was involved. Because her ankles were shown as well in that drone photo. So, but I also don't think we should shame bare ankles. So I owned it. I owned the docs. I did. I also have ankles, so I wasn't embarrassed about it. Unlike some people. Well, yeah. Charming did see my ankles. Clue sucks. Wait, hold on. Truth, I read it before I say it out loud. Okay. Doesn't mean I'm better than you. I have a quicker processing time. That's all. That's all. Okay? I ain't reading that. You are a lesbian. You're a lesbian, dude. You trying to tell me you don't eat kitty? My legs were yes. Yes, and I have a tattoo on my leg. Totally doxed. Totally doxed. I got it when I was 15. Still there. It wasn't in jail. Meow. I can't do that, Truth. Meow. No. Meow. No. I can't do it. I can't do it. We were doing animal sounds the other day. I was trying to do an ow. No, that's like a whippoorwill. Never mind. I'm giving way too much content for Truth. Hey, Carl. What's up, Carl? Since you have such a southern drawl. Any Seth bashing going on? Carl, you know I don't bash the parents of missing kids, but I don't care what you do. Fat bastard. Just for you, Carl. Okay. I aim to please. No locale stuff or anything. Now, I could see myself dressing up. No, I'm just kidding. I once knew somebody who put on a rooster head. I did know that. I don't hang out with furries, though, so I don't know that life. I don't know nothing about it. Thanks for coming in, Carl. I appreciate you. We are just, look, we have had Krama Chronicles, Davis Fam. Hold on, so I don't forget. We have had Maki Media. We have had Clue. We have had Elevated Truth Podcast. Who else? Who else have we been beyond fortunate to grace our presence in chat? Hey, Jinx Turtle. Good to see you. Welcome in, girl. Sup? Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming in. You'll be like, what the fuck is this shit? This girl on here with big sunglasses talking. Lady Gaga, Elton. Yes, it's my first live. Yep. I've done live video premieres before, like just pre-recorded video with the live chat. No, it's my first live. That was Mabel. That was Mabel. That wasn't Truth. Word on the streets is Mabel's out here seeking community awareness. Golden eyes unite. Little security. Give me 1 second, guys. Every time I see Truth, he just makes me want to, you know. He makes me think about cannabis. I don't know what it is. That's a weird thing. Some kind of psychological trigger. Mabel lives do matter. MLM. MLM. Hashtag MLM. No peeing. I know, it's completely legal here. Recreational, all the things. A lot of the shops weren't sure what was going to go on with that in terms of the regulations. Or tax, you know, I don't know, whatever. I guess the taxing at this point, not the regulations. Hey, good Tar. Good to see you. Did I say that right? Good Tar? Tar? Looks like Tar to me. I know, me too. Mine's all prop. Oregano. I heard it has good antioxidants. It's a thing. I at least like make my own sauce and I will put some oregano in there. Not to be confused with gravy. Man, you can still get a ticket for it. Dang, Sarah. Huh. I mean, at least if everyone's medicinal, you know, there's at least that, but at least the people who, I'd like to say the people who really, really need it would get it, but that's not even the case. It was expensive. I know here, when it was just medicinal, it was expensive for people, so. Yeah. That's crazy. Can you imagine the people nowadays that have been in jail for like 15 years for shit like that? That's crazy. But you know, we're all criminals over here, right? We're all felons. We're all hags, hoes, felons. What else? Haters. All the things, right? Which is hilarious. Like I don't even have anything on my driving record. That's a funny thing. I think that's probably what infuriated some people along the way, especially with all the at night business, was like, ooh, the world is waking up. Is that I think that was the biggest thing, was that they just couldn't hang up. They couldn't hang up a lot of us. You know? And once they realized that, a lot of us got put into that RICO. Which is funny, because now SaneOutlaw, not by my request, has been placed into something that is pretty land breaking, you know what I mean? And first anti-slap in Pennsylvania. And SaneOutlaw is on the winning side. SaneOutlaw's username. The SaneOutlaw name is on the side that says no. This is our U.S. constitutional right. So it's almost like it's documented. Kind of weird that they did that, huh? Oop. Did I knock out, guys? It just said I'm back. Oh my God, I'm talking and talking. Did you hear me at least say most of that? Okay, cool. Well, so yeah, I can talk about like that for a second. So yeah, I was added in there, and I downloaded the document from the public website. Unlike, the actual plaintiffs, and went through it, and there's an easy search feature in a PDF, and you can search for your name. And so I was able to see how many times I was listed in there and where. And I also searched variations of it just in case because they did get it wrong. At one point they put a space, another point they didn't. One point I was listed as Doe. I was asked to be placed in as Doe number 15 by K9 Julia, but I was listed as a Doe. And then one point I was listed just as SaneOutlaw. Another point I was listed as a Doe aligned. So, I mean, they didn't get much right or consistent in that document, but yeah. And all it was I wasn't even barely doing much on YouTube then. Like I think I did like a couple like funny or silly, or just like I even did like some like local news, like little, just stuff that happened, you know what I mean? I recorded. But other than that, I really started out doing like parodies of Nick the Hat, because if I put a hood up and I put sunglasses on, frankly, we look alike. And we're from the same area of the country, so I can even sound like him. So I literally would pretend I was walking, and I would be like, hey guys, like I'm really just walking to the store, but I'm really searching for evidence. And, so I would just do these like silly shorts. But even before that, it was on X. And I wasn't big on X, like, prior to that, you know what I mean? But it was, I guess I had some type of credibility there in this area, so they started getting some kind of nervous or interested, or I don't know, whatever. And I was threatened several times. Sure, I was threatened. He tried to act like he knew what I did for a living and and that if I didn't stop laughing at White Boy Lockdown Radio's X post, he's gonna basically dox where I work, or no, not dox where I work, contact them and let them know about my comments on it. Please do. I wish you would. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, so he thought he knew like what I did or whatever. And you know what I let you know. But I just laughed at it. I didn't come on. I didn't cry about it. I didn't do whatever. I thought it, I think it's funny that they're even trying. But I understand, though, very much how other people would not feel that way. You know what I mean? And other people who aren't, as it maybe experienced in this area, who aren't as hardened by things. I totally get how they could get really freaked out, about that, and would stop talking about a case, or would stop talking about something because of that. Would get shut up. So I don't stand for that. So now I still took it easy, you know what I mean? And it wasn't until really like kind of full on later that I would say I was unlocked, you know what I mean? And I'm not even fully unlocked, but you'll see me at times like kind of just make a funny comment here and there. You'll see me at times go harder on things. You'll see me talk about at night when a lot of people don't even want their name mentioned or to have attention. But that's kind of what I do. So, but anyway, long story short, after I was put in there, then you unlock me to a certain point, right? Now, I'm not going to put myself at the level of a defendant, because what Granny and Barbecue are going through is nothing like that, right? And it's not at that level, Now, could it have been? Sure. And if it wasn't for probably them and their attorneys, more people would have been frivolously added, actually on there, on the docket, But anyway, yeah, so I do have a particular investment interest in it, and I will talk about Beej all the F out I want, because you are a plaintiff, ma'am, and you signed your name to that. And you don't even understand it, And, I'm not an attorney, but I can read a court document. I do understand legal terminology to a point, and if I don't, I know enough to look it up or where to go or who to ask. So, I appreciate the breaking chains, the burnt toast, the most hated troll, the blank screens, that not only do the clipping and things like that, but who do go over the court documents and who do, accurately interpret it, I would say. So I just find it absolutely hilarious that you would get yourself involved in something that you don't understand. And then not only to after you lose that, not to stop, but to continue and to do 3 or 4 other more frivolous junctures that you initiate. What? You obviously you didn't get the message. So, I don't want that done to other people, and other people may not be able to laugh it off. Other people may not be able to troll back, and that's exactly what I do. I will wreck Hong in 0.2 seconds. It's my job. No, but for real, if I even see somebody even trying to play around, I will go into that chat and I'll be like, for real, Brenda, badge number, identify yourself, precinct. Let me know. You don't have to help my investigation, but it's cool if you do. Truth blocked you. Puddin', I'm so glad you're still here. Hey, Dilly Pickles. Thank you for coming in. I've been ranting and raving and ignoring you all. I'm so sorry. Hi, Sly. Thank you for coming in, Sly 1982. Good to see you. Princess Gaga. Hey, girl. I love all your comments and chats. What's up, Smoke Show 13? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Puddin' is still here. What's up, Puddin'? What do you think your theme song would be, Puddin'? If you could pick one theme song, what would it be? Right now, today. With however you're feeling. Oh, are you saying Truth blocked you here? That's weird. I was too busy playing around with Truth that I didn't even get to blue dress him. There you. Oh shit! Did I just? I deleted Truth. Oops. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. There we go. I can use the internet. I can use the internet. Puddin' can hang out. Puddin' can hang out. No cares. You know, if Puddin wants to say something and provide screenshots, if Puddin wants to say something crazy and provide screenshots, feel free. If Puddin just wants to hang out and like be a human, feel free. You know what I mean? I don't know how hard. Butter. What's up? Good to see. Oh, if you're on X and you haven't followed Butter, your brain has completely rolled right out of your ear onto the floor and has stuck there like a blob of slime that you made homemade with cornstarch. For real. At Butter. Anywhere you go. No, for real. Like, I may not, there might be times where I go, I'm not reposting that. But I'm over here, like, lost all my shit. Lost it all. You know, I got a certain image to uphold, you know? I got a certain image to uphold. I'm just kidding. Butter has the most, and the talent with the graphics. I only wish. I wouldn't even be able to use AI and like tell it what to do like that. I don't know. I have to say though, AI is pretty smart because like if you say, now please don't take offense to this to anyone who is overweight, okay? Like I've been there before, promise you. I don't fat shame, okay? Now I would completely support a different lifestyle for health reasons, absolutely, and I would support anybody in that journey, but I would support whatever as long as you are happy with yourself, you know what I mean? But with Bede, since she likes to talk about other people's appearances, I have no qualms. You know, I don't actively do it all the time, but I have no qualms if somebody wants to be a mean girl themselves. Right. So I feel like that kind of opens you to it. But if you put in AI, make me a very large, now sometimes you got to go use extra words because it's just not big enough. So you got to go, show me a very large or very fat woman with glasses. Maybe brown hair, maybe. Put that in. And out comes Beach. Even her facial features. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean. It just happens. It's literally what happens. That's all. I'm not trying to be mean about it. But I was like, wow, this is how they do it. This is how it happens, huh? But no, for real. That's all you have to put in. You don't got to put in one leg, two leg, nothing. You don't got to do any of that. Maybe one of the drones picked up the You guys are crazy. Puddin'. I hope you are still here, Puddin'. You like the mean version of me? You do? I kind of believe that. Smoke, is that you? I have other people saying here I'm pleasant though, and they like the vibe, and you know, it's like uplifting. Don't be fooled, huh? Nah. I don't be mean to just be mean though. Like, can I be mean? Absolutely. Like, I don't do it just to be mean though. You know what I mean? You have to be a pretty big trash bag, you know, for me to be mean to you. Honestly, like, even for you to kind of matter enough, I guess. Like, I don't mean that like in an ego way. I just mean it like in a, I just don't care kind of way. Like, I care what I care about, you know what I mean? And meanwhile, since I was talking about Beach, I was watching some of the archival of Krama reels, and one of these was on. I was watching that. I watched that early this morning. One of these was on there, and then her with her French manicure, but it was the red lipstick, like clues, clue. Pleasantly petty mean. Ah, nice. That honors a great petty AF. Hopping in to say hey. Hey, Shorty, what you doing, girl? Yeah, if y'all don't know Shorty, she's been on Queens, so she hangs out. She hangs out with us, pretty much everywhere, but she's an OG of Queens, right? OG of the Hive. Aw, thank you so much. I do some dumb stuff though, girl. I do some dumb stuff. You're either gonna like it or you're not. You know what I mean? You're either gonna laugh, you're gonna be like, I don't know what. I have no idea what I just watched. I love I love when people comment like, they're like, what the hell did I just watch? What the? I'm like, thanks for watching though. You know what I mean? Thanks for commenting, even if you hated it. Constructive criticism is what makes the world go around. But also, like, this community is so full of encouragement. I mean, it really is. Like, I don't want to be like a derpy derp right now and be all gushy, but like the way the dark side really does support each other is crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like, who am I, honestly, but Trisha, has shared my link. The mods and Trisha's have shared my link. In Queens, like, she has like played a short of mine or whatever, like Truth, like, they've dropped my at Clues, they've Nonsenses, and it's, I just, you know what I mean? Like, think about that. You really don't see that on the other side. Like, they have people that will simp and they don't drop their links. They have people that will like go hardcore. They have people on the panel that they don't even drop the links for. They, unless it's like a new connection, I feel like that doesn't happen, here, like over here, it's not like for a reason, you know what I mean? Like, it's just because we genuinely enjoy each other or whatever, or because they like something or they found it funny, or they were like, oh crap, that's a good clip of that, or whatever. Or just like, this girl is a hot, steamy mess. Like, go check her out. Either way, it's just very supportive, you know what I'm saying? It's really cool. Just a cool thing. And then all the redirects, which is a YouTube feature, redirecting like 1,000 to 2,000 people into a next chat. And like, I know as a sub, right? As a viewer, shit, we have a blast, dude. We have a blast. I mean, just a straight blast. And it's like a party that just keeps going, and we just roll to the next one. All right, where are we going now? You ever like do like a pub crawl? Like, that's literally what it is, you know what I mean? But it's also a YouTube feature that YouTube encourages. So the weird spin that it is some type of stalking thing is bizarre. It's just bizarre AF. That's right. We do stand together, even if we don't agree, right? Or, and like our favorite creators, like they work stuff out. They don't sit there and do it behind the scenes, then use it against each other and see who else they can, and who's going to end up the best one to to get you where you need to get, and like all this weird stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I said you'll never see me trash a creator that I enjoy, you know, and I show that I enjoy it. Like, even if I agree or don't agree, like, I would just not watch that live if you know, like, I would just switch to something different that time or that night or whatever, and I go right back to that person, you know. Like, I don't, there's just so much my brain doesn't wrap around half the time, so I honestly laugh at most of it. And that's why you will see me have a crazy sense of humor a lot of times, and I will say off the wall stuff, because like it's mocking the absurdity of it all, honestly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was a big thing. Like, the redirect was stalking each other. Give me one sec, guys. Yeah, the redirect was I don't know, it was probably added in her freaking C&Ds or something stupid. Yeah, that was a big thing. They were on and on about how it's just a hate train on BJ, and it's they're gonna, you know, it's there's gonna be a stop put to that. I don't know who she thinks she is, honestly, frankly. Just like she, you know, the all the stuff on Rumble, you know, that's gonna be put a stop put to it. Ma'am, I don't know. In what world you think you're important or you have power? Knock it off. Excuse me. A little ASMR. Exactly. You have to. You know, and if you've been through like anything in life, you know damn well you either laugh or you cry, right? And what you gonna choose? We ain't all beaches, right? We ain't all gonna be out here like fake crying and shit. Actually, I think sometimes it's real, because I think she is just so tied up. I think she's overwhelmed. I think sometimes she gets wrapped up too much in the lies of it all. And I think she is probably genuinely crying because it's just come to a head. But I don't like it. That's why I didn't like the Lauren Matthias stuff. Yeah. Mm-mm. No, thank you. I ain't watching anybody cry like that. I don't speak that language. Like, I don't even like, even my kids. Like, I'd be like, nah, nah, mm-mm. And they're, no, no, we can, it's totally okay to have feelings. It's totally okay to be sad. It's totally okay to cry it out and get it out. And sometimes you have to. Just not live on YouTube. Just not. Mm-mm. Especially when you're not really a victim. Just saying. Bye, shorty. You have yourself a great weekend if I don't see you around these streets. Butter, that's a great way to put it. Because that's a really good point. Butter says Lauren is a beach with a tad of discipline and half a brain. Hold on one sec. I don't want to sit here and suck my teeth. Give me one sec. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good point, because I was thinking that when I was like, you know what? If Beej was smarter or more educated, I mean, let's face it, in reality, her and Dylon are not very educated. They're not skilled. Don't have much life experience. Well, he has a little bit more, but don't have much life experience. So that's why I never like could see, like, you can't really stake somebody's, I don't know, perspective much, because she doesn't have much perspective. She hasn't earned it, learned it. She just hasn't. I mean, you know, so to be talking about a lot of this content is just bizarre in general to me. But yeah, if she was more educated, if she had a career in media, um, to where she could do more of the research or had those connections and knew how to kind of strategically set up things, it, like with getting people to say certain things on lives, right? Getting people, trying to provoke and poke and, for example, like talking about all this legal stuff without having the evidence. And then it very much seeming like afterwards trying to gain evidence for something that she should have already had multiple times, right? Especially more recently with Clue and whatnot. I mean, think about it, like when she started talking about all that stuff and even before like the send the paper stuff, it was like it was being set up. It was like it was like, let's see what things you will say so we can use it, and then it was even afterwards. It was even after like the stuff was like on the docket, in terms of like the PA stuff, and then even after like the stuff was sent, like it still didn't stop. So it was like it was still trying to get that evidence. It was trying to get a response to, and if you think about it, wouldn't Clue be one of the ones that you would think you would get to kind of explode and say something off the cuff, right? So, who she considers so vulgar. Like literally, have you listened to yourself, Christian woman? Anyway, I don't want to offend anyone, but that drives me nuts. But yeah, so it seems a lot like that, to where like if she had done it better, I guess, more professionally, it might have worked. I don't think it would have worked with Clue, because I don't think like they would have, they would have participated in their part and provided what she needed. But it, maybe, I don't know. If they got mad enough, I don't know. I definitely think it could have worked with other people for sure. More vulnerable people. Single moms with less money. So, just a thought, Yeah, it was so obvious. I know. I think that does anger them, that I mean, we have a lot of intelligent people on the dark side, guys. Not just the creators, but a lot of these subs, mods, I have seen around here in true crime for years, and just highly intelligent. There's just people who choose not to be on camera or be out in the forefront, but are, out here, doing really good perspectives and making really good points and reminding us of things. I think they hate we have really good memories. Like, honestly, like, it's almost like, you don't need the mots half the time. You have it because you always want to have it and you always want to show proof. But I mean, we were there, we remember it, right? So some of this stuff is so bizarre because it's like, what are you talking about? So I do think it's a lot. I think it's half of this lady doesn't remember, I think with Beach. I just don't think she remembers what lie she told, frankly, because you're in that half, falling asleep state. Or you're, whatever. You're having some kind of time, but then I also think she just assumes she can wipe everything or delete that part of it, cut out that part of it, edit that part completely, wipe out her streams, and then she will make a future live planned to where she will talk about it, and it will be a completely different narrative of not what happened. How many times have we seen that? You know, just something to think about. Yeah, our bullshit detectors are pretty good, right? Are pretty good. And that's the thing, we still always give grace and we give time and we do our own research. Our detectors might be on and we're still like, well, this creator kind of likes that person or is, just kind of wants to see more about this. So, we're just like, all right, and we'll just because we believe that adults are adults and can do whatever they want and we don't need to try and control them because we're just not like that over here. It's wild. It's crazy. It's gotten so bright right here. We all thought, we all thought the lawyer was going to go to YouTube. Yes. And I was like, very much that could be possible. Like I pretty much figured she was going this route because I've watched it for a good year and a half since the case pretty much started. One thing because I mean, if y'all want to talk about it, I'll talk about it, but I don't need to rant on about Beach for 20 years. But one thing I will, kind of close out on that point about, and I do hear my people are up, and I will probably have to end this soon because I think this came off as the second live, guys. I think it actually restarted. We were like 2 hours before, and now it's showing almost an hour. So I think when it disconnected, it restarted it. Anyway, figure it out. It'll be a video later, huh? But yeah, the world's waking up out here. But yeah, one thing I will close out on is that as much as so on February 27th, 2024, and I know Nonsense has this clip, and I know we have seen it, Beach goes live and talks about that she met with an attorney and is filing for online, cyber harassment, cyberbullying, online stalking stuff, defamation type stuff. She said she's going through with it, she's filing it. February 27th, 2024. The very day after Sebastian Rogers went missing. Yet, she didn't file anything until September of 2024 when she signed on with the other plaintiffs and with At Night in the RICO for free. That's all. I find it weird. I find it real weird. And one of those plaintiffs was Seth Rogers. That's all. Think about it. Let me know what you all think, too. Hey, Vibe. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Oh, my God. It's gotten so bright out here, guys. All right. Well, my phone's getting hot. I appreciate it. I have kept you beautiful mods here long enough because I guarantee you some creators are probably, if they haven't already, gone live, right? So I don't want to tie you up too long. I love that you've been here and hanging out. It was free. Oh, it's showing 3 hours for you? Okay, cool. That's cool. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay. They wanted to know if the McDonald's was for them. Yes, of course I stole the Monopoly pieces though. So don't even think about it. They're already gone. Hood peas. Yes, hold for privacy reasons. Thank you very much. You know, honestly, they remember back in the Zoom days. that's why sometimes like I won't go on a panel if there's too many people. It makes me too anxious. I must be traumatized from C19. Because the etiquette on Zoom drove me bonkers, guys. But honestly, like, I think we were just happy people had clothes on in those times. Ah, yes, that's what I'm talking about. The world's waking up. Well, thank you guys so much. I definitely want to do this again. What do y'all think? Should I do it again? Just go live and chit chat? If I can't, I'll try and figure out the screencast. Okay, I will. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. But even if I can't like review stuff, what do you think? Hey, the Dash Decipher, what's up? Hey, oh, it's Tia. Tia, got it. I was like, wait, I know that name. Hey, Tia. Oh, good to see you, gorgeous. Thank you for coming in. Yes, I do have, which clearly you can figure out how to go to my channel, but I do have the link up at the top if you would like to subscribe if you aren't already. I do appreciate it. You can get notified of the lives and on stuff, and it helps us stay in the algorithm. You know, it just helps the channel out. I try not to take myself out of the algorithm. You know what I mean? I try not to. I'd rather like put us in there. You know what I mean? But thank you so much for coming in, guys. All right, well, I guess we can do this again, right? I kind of popped my cherry. What y'all think? Yeah, you can double tap if you're on the vertical. You can double tap to like it. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna head on out before my phone overheats. And yeah, if I'm not, sometimes downtown it blocks the mobile signal, but if it doesn't, maybe I can go live from down there. Check it out. Show you guys something a little different, give you a little palate cleanser for the day. Non-trauma related. All right, well, y'all have a great weekend. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys have been really kind about my rambling. It's like I said, it's usually not the fear of freezing up. It's the fear of having a coherent thought. All right, you all have a great weekend. Thank you again. And I will definitely see you on these streets. Peace out. Bye.